Well, good morning. We have a lovely day, the first day where I think we get over 60, not quite spring, and I'm very happy to say that we finished this big one-bedroom apartment for my client. So I'm so glad to preview it for our website and video, and it's just been quite an exercise in patience. Besides bringing in all new electric from the 14th floor that we had to pull up and around and across, that whole soffit that we see back here is for the electric upgrade. We were putting in more air conditioners and a new kitchen, so we were stuck. So we had to have a new panel and close the old panel, and along the way we're straightening up, you know, openings and doors, and we have very crooked everything. So we had a lot to work with in old, as we usually do. But it's all new rift cut quarter sawn oak that's stained provincial brown, new moldings. Absolutely love this paint. Is really, I think it's simply white, which is one of my favorites for when we want to brighten up a darker space, because even though there's light off the terrace, not enough. Change the stairs, but we'll go in here. We found a good surprise along the way. She had a stackable, we did a new one, washer dryer. And we found that actually we had a vent out the top of that window. We actually had an existing vent opening. So we were able to put a real vented dryer instead of the recirculating one, and new washer. Last minute drama with shelves, so that we put in something so that we could never take this out again and have the shelves in there. We have a removable lint trap, which you always wanted to have when you turn the vent right angle. You want to always have something there to take out the lint. And in this powder bath, we kept, which was always kind of a drama point for me, we kept her original sink that she bought the apartment with. It's a Cheryl Wagner piece, and it's I think now that we kept the accessories and focused on the blue, the mosaic tile is just darling. I think I love this tile. It's different than the tile in the other bathroom because it's just got a different finish of blue. A Toto bidet toilet, and I think really we made a big difference in how this looks and feels with that toilet. We did keep her, and a gift to her will be new hinges that are custom made, because they don't make these anymore, believe it or not. We had to keep her old hardware because there's no more of this. And we really had a challenge with the kitchen. So the kitchen was, of course, one of the things that she was most excited about. She already had the Benra tilt and turn windows here, but we kept the layout the same, but we're pulling it, making it bigger. So we were raising the ceiling. We had beams to work around. She has a half drawer Fisher Paykel dishwasher. This has to be vented under the sink, and then we have flood stops. I actually love the Frankie faucet finish in this case, and she wanted to have a pot filler. So my traditional, signature always is the Hefla, the 24 watt voltage. The voltage is hardwired, but the 24 watt LED lighting underneath all the cabinets. Custom, all custom, no vented hood, it's recirculating. I think she has, she picked this Wolf. I think it's also an induction. It's a convection microwave, not induction, and convection. And then she wanted to have her prior Cambria tops, did a really nice, I think, backsplash to work with what she wanted. I can say that that's definitely her taste. Love the porcelain floor. And we added all the bells and whistles. There's actually toe kick drawers here, all the way across the bottom. She just did not have enough storage, and we added spice cabinets. There's 3 of them. I think she has 150 different types of spices that she works with cooking. You know, the Sub-Zero, typical, making ice, which is nice. And then the kitchen ended before, probably right where the stove was, and so we've added this big pantry with 5 drawers. We've added so much that it's now, I think, a dream kitchen for her, you know, in Manhattan, where you usually don't have a lot of room for kitchens. We moved through the wall air conditioner here to, as I hit myself as I bump into this, I knew we would do this. always better to have your furniture in here when you have these kinds of lights. But this is a light that she wanted that I think you're seeing today, a lot of the bar lighting over a dining room table. Stripped her covers, put in new tops. These are pure white cedar stone. We added a faucet that goes actually out to the terrace. The pantry, we finished around the whole end of the pantry, so it's all the custom millwork. Took the railing off, put in new, put in really new moldings, bullnose moldings around the stairs. This is all new solid steps. And as we get here and turn to look at the other stairs, she had more going on here that we just had to change. And when we come back, we'll go through all that we changed here. This is the little gem of her apartment, is the terrace, because we originally wanted to change all the pavers here, and they wouldn't let us after we bought it. I guess they had even though it's not a landmark building per se, we couldn't change this without approval, so they nixed it. So all the wood porcelain terrace that we had, which was quite an exercise in having it all slope and be the right pavers, is gone. So we had to throw it away. Couldn't even reuse it. We did change the lighting. We did update the outdoor GFIs, so that's great. Window air conditioner is because we took the air conditioner out of the wall to make the kitchen larger, and we added the exterior faucet in the back so that she can handle irrigation with other plants and whatever exterior decor she chooses to do. But it's lovely to have this kind of outside space. It's just fantastic. So let's go take a look at the rest of the house. Because of the terrace and the fact that I think there's a lot of ventilation and lovely fresh air, when it's warmer here in the spring, they make these retractable, which I'm sure you can see and find online, these retractable screen doors that actually attach on a little hook in there. And you have to have the door open, but it at least prevents, bugs and whatnot from coming in. So that's a lovely addition to this, besides the air conditioner. But talking about the other things we changed here, steps and the wrought iron framing around the steps, we took out and made it one big step, which I think changes a lot of things that you do. This is an original, I guess, railing to protect you from the dining room and coming into the living room and steps, because it's quite a drop. But we ended up painting the existing bookshelf, thinking about how we can rein in the budget. We actually replaced the interior facade around the fireplace, had to take that all apart, leave this old antique mantle there, and then put in new honed absolute hearth. We're gonna have to put a molding around the hearth because it's not quite finished yet, but we'll come back to do that. We put in wall-mounted television channels so that when she really does this, all she has to do is hook it up with her installer. New lighting, love the fact that we have new steps. The gallery and electric update was added as a built-in. We always thought that, we could add it's a wine refrigerator dry bar area, and it's a lovely addition to the space because it's such a big gallery. Like, what were we going to do with it? And we thought that was a perfect solution. We also changed the opening here to help with the optical illusion for the height in the ceiling, because there's such a difference in the height in the living room because it's sunken to the other parts of the house that in this case, it made sense. So we raised the ceiling. It was an ugly coffered drop ceiling here in an office. Moved her deco light here that her mother had given her, and then cleaned this all up so we have another television area access for her office. And we have added a built-in closet, so there's tons for her to do here with this huge closet. All my closets, I usually put in magnet relay switches, so when you open them, the lights already come on with the pivot hinges. And we kept enough of her old, we can't get these anymore, kept those so we could recycle those and put them in. Put back her Nest, her Nest smoke detector alarm, so she has all those. And then we did a little bit in the bedroom and the major update of her bathroom, so let's go look at this. So her closet she's going to redo, with probably California closets. We really didn't change much in here, but all new floor, which was the whole point of doing all the floor, because this one was really rattling underneath the wall-to-wall carpet, which was kind of funny. We put in really a major upgrade is through the wall air conditioning, so that it's high enough that it'll keep it very cool in here for her in the summer. And we just decided to leave the built-ins because they were here, just paint them. So in taking them white and in changing the poles and hardware, it's really went a long ways in improving the space. We left all her doors, but we did a major change here in her bathroom because we took what was, all this stuff was probably dated from the past renovation. It just wasn't to her taste, even though it was marble. And we went to a more modern, but still not to the pre-war finish with the, half-wall subway tiles, but did bigger matte finish white tiles. Put a makeup table in because she loves them. So she had what she had before with a magnifying mirror and at the right height. We had to remake the drawer. We had to work with a existing manufacturer that wasn't the greatest. It was really a pain, but Strasser did this one and this little vanity to save, and it was worth doing it. It helped with the budget, and I love the blue, how it ties into this little flowered mosaic floor, which I've seen in kitchens, but it has to work with the decor, and we had to pull in blue. So this shower floor blue mosaic is different than the one in the powder bath. And we had to work with problems that were already there. We had plumbing in the wall. That's our wet wall. The job got shut down for 2 months because they found risers going under the floor, which was a nightmare. And so we tried to keep doing things while there was 2 months of delay, but it changed some of the layout in here. But we managed to have a hole in the wall from the neighbor who didn't know she had a hole cut through the chase, and all the dust from the demo just kept sucking into her kitchen, which was a nightmare. And we didn't figure it out till later, and I ran into her the other day and she said, "You won't believe what happened. I had a hole in the cabinet. I didn't know my ironing board was through the chase wall, so now we know why there's dust," but we fixed it in the meantime. We have a teak shower seat that I love. And then, I always like doing these tall, frameless custom glass doors because they make all the difference in the world. In here, we'll do the B-roll because we have the mosaic that's in the floor. I always like to tie in the colors, so the back of the backsplash has the same blue mosaic, and, the pure white tops are also the shelves. They're also the window sill and a new bidet toilet. She had a closet that we actually made. It was a cabinet. We made it a real closet. So there's all the big storage with the magnet relay in it. And I think my parting gift to her will be that I'm going to make custom hinges here to replace these because they don't make these anymore. So they don't make the pattern of the screws into the door. So we're getting those custom made. And I'm going to walk through it with her on her birthday, Thursday, and we'll just say ciao for now and see you on the next.